Hi friends, it's your girl Nella Rose and welcome to JBL's Orange Box, where I bring my friends over so we can talk about what it's really like to be an artist today. So today, not only do we have a music mogul, we have an entrepreneur, the realist G, we have Krept. I'm so happy that you're here.
Don't gas me up like that in the intro.
Obviously, come on. So yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we?
Yes.
So how did you get into music? Because everybody knows you're a rapper.
I did it as a hobby, you know. I didn't do it like, that wasn't like my goal.
It wasn't your goal to
My
play?
goal was to be a footballer.
Was it the ACL? Did you tear it?
It was the knee. I swear to God, it was the knee.
It was
I got something called Osgood Slatters. And I was actually a really good
August Sliders.
footballer on the brink of success.
No, let's go back to August Sliders. What's August Sliders?
It's called Osgood Slatters. I think I'm saying it right, but it's called Osgood Slatters. It's basically like, I don't know what it is.
Oh.
But no, look.
Yeah.
Come with your hands. Are you allowed to touch?
We're
look.
NFTs. I don't know if we can touch.
Look. Can you feel that? No, look, you feel that?
August Sliders. That means me too, I have August Sliders. Feel it.
You might.
August Sliders.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, we've got August Sliders.
Osgood Slatters, yeah. No, to be honest, I remember I was playing football and then my leg just gave in and then this bone just grew like this and then I just couldn't kick ball for ages. And then, but that was what I was passionate about. I love playing football.
Yeah.
And the music stuff, I just did it as like just a side thing, as a hobby. There was like a little youth centre and all my friends used to go there and everyone had lyrics, everyone had bars. I didn't have no bars.
Really?
I was just there watching.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I need to write some bars. Like, this is sick. And then I went home and I remember I just started writing bars. And I would record my bars in my phone. Remember the teardrop phone? Do you remember that phone?
Our generations, I don't know if they overlap. But teardrop.
It was a Nokia phone.
Nokia. Did it flip?
And it was shaped like a pear, kind of. Like a...
Oh, you had a pear phone. That's fine.
That's
yeah,
crazy,
that one.
weird.
Yeah, from back in the day, innit?
Yeah. But yeah, I had that phone. I'll never forget it. I was with Konan on the bus. And I don't know why he had my phone. He was going through my phone. Like one gal, Konan, you should love it. He was going through my phone and he was listening to my voice things. But on my voice things, there was all my raps. He was listening to it and then he was like, this is hard, who's this? Like, I was like, that's me, bro. He's like, because Konan was actually spitting from before. He was like, who's this? Like, this is hard. And I was like, it's me. And he was like, bro, you're hard. Like, you need to actually... And then, yeah, that was like the kind of first, he kind of gave me that, no, bro, you're actually sick.
On a bus?
Yeah, on a bus. It was on a bus in Crystal Palace, I'll never forget it.
So you're obviously from Gypsy Hill and he's from Thornton Heath. So how did you guys' surroundings like influence your music?
Thornton Heath, Gypsy Hill and a few other areas, like we just became one big gang. Like we was called Gypset at the time.
Gypsets?
Yeah, that's what it was called at the time.
Like Dipset, Gypset.
Yeah, that was like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like that.
You like that one? But yeah, like, there was loads of us and that was what we knew in it, but it was a friends thing, like it was all just friends. But obviously we would, you know, get into trouble, our friends would get into trouble. I had friends that went to jail, passed away, this, that and the fourth. But that's all we knew, so it seemed kind of normal to us. So that's what we would be just rapping about in our music, like just rapping about the man them and gal them and, you know what I'm saying, beef and this, that, and because this is what we was actually living. So that's what our music was inspired by. And back then, you used to send songs through infrared. Yeah, it's way out of your generation. But anybody that knows from my generation, there's something called infrared, where you hold the phones together and you send a song literally from one phone to another.
Like airdrop?
But...
airdrop.
It's not airdrop because there was like an infrared portal and you have to connect them next to each other like this. And then you have to keep it next to each other and then it will transfer over.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah, that's great.
So it was basically like a dial-up airdrop.
Do you know what I find very interesting about you? A lot of people don't know that you're actually an educated man. Like, you have a degree. Is it accountancy or accounting?
Accounting and finance.
My accountant, of course. What made you want to go down the route of like, you know, actually, I want to get a degree?
I wanted to do music, innit? And But when I used to say it like to my mum, my mum was just like, no, for real, what do you want to do? And I'm like, music. And it was like, really like kind of thing, innit? And then I remember we got in some trouble and then police came to the house. Like armed police, like searching my, like it was just, and my mum was just crying and she was just like, oh, I remember her saying, she's like, oh, I failed as a parent, innit?
Stop.
And then I was like, yeah, nah, that's not it. This isn't it kind of thing. And I was like, I'm gonna go uni, I'm gonna finish. Because I want her to be like, you know what I'm saying? Feel proud about something that her son's done. Because it's hard to say, I want to make you proud doing music because she just didn't even see that. She didn't see that vision in it.
Yeah.
So something all parents know is a degree. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know why I even chose accounting and finance because I remember saying to my college teacher, I was like, oh, I want to get into property. And he was like, oh, why don't you do accounting or something? And I was thinking, this isn't property. This doesn't get me into the property.
From the outside looking in,
now.
yeah, when I look at you now, it made sense that you did that degree.
Yeah.
Because you've got properties, businesses. I feel like a lot of people don't know that you're a big investor and you're very smart with your money.
It's definitely important to branch out and just show people that there's, you know, there's so much more out there that you can do. Do you know what I mean? And inspire people in different ways. But mainly, like, just for the next generation, I feel like I was brought up in like not a generational curse, but just thinking that this is the way life has to be. And I just felt like, nah, I don't want to kind of go through that same upbringing that I had to go through for my kids. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if someone's gonna break this generational curse, it's gonna be me. Like that's how I feel. And yeah, man, I'm always just thinking about the future. I'm thinking about, you know, the fact that I do music. You know, if I have. At the time, it was like, if I have a child, what if they don't like music? If they don't want nothing to do with music, and what am I going to be able to pass them that? I'm not going to be able to pass down my talent. I'm not going to be able to do that. So I wanted to, you know, just do things and build so that there's actually stuff we can actually pass down for generations. And I feel like it's a much bigger picture than me and just rapping, do you know what I mean? And I felt like rapping was my route to be able to do all of that and build the connections and all of that stuff. But yeah, I've always been like a numbers man and I'm good with numbers.
Yes.
So that's my thing.
You're very smart and very intelligent, and I really admire that about you.
Thank you.
Because you're not just on the surface, yeah, he's just a rapper, he's a rapper and da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you mind just telling everybody that might not know, like all the businesses and all the things that you dibble and dabble and invest your money into, please?
Yeah, obviously music was our, you know, that was our first investment in investing in ourselves, you know, to be able to branch out even from that world to music, to the presenting stuff, TV and all of that stuff. And then a restaurant, Krept and Cones, which is open now, so you get down there, head down to Krept and Cones, you don't know. You've been there?
Yeah, a couple times.
Couple of times. Obviously, my skincare line for my daughter, Nella's baby, which is doing really well at the minute. I invested in like tech as well. So,
really?
Yeah, a few tech apps.
I swear.
And then obviously, do you know what it is? I don't talk about this because no one doesn't know.
I don't like the fact that you don't talk about everything you do.
I know. Oh, we've got something else as well. You know, we've got another company that we do like marketing and manage talent and all of that stuff. We've been a part of like #1 records, behind the scenes, nobody doesn't know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, like a lot of the big records that come out, we've been a part of it, like in behind the scenes and stuff. And so yeah, a few things.
I'm just so proud of you, man. You're too hard. But obviously, you're a music mogul. Have you ever had like any doors closed or any issues trying to express your ideas and your business plans?
I don't mind going in places and in rooms and speaking in front of people that might not know who I am. I don't mind.
Really?
I'll go and say it.
I'd be shy.
Yeah, no, like, you know, when you get in that corporate world and you're sitting in front of people and there's like billionaires and millionaires and you're trying to pitch something and you're trying to, like, I just don't care. I'm just like, it is what it is.
How do you shake? I'll be sweating.
Yeah, I just like, it is what it is, man. Like, the worst you can say to me is no. You know what I mean? Even if you have to get through 5 no's to get that one yes that you needed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because that one yes could change your life forever. You know what I'm saying? So.
When you are in those spaces, do you ever feel the pressure to almost conform a little bit?
Nah, I'll go in presentations or meetings and I'll just come in a tracksuit if I have. Like, I don't care. Like, I'd never want to feel like I'm I have to do this to get this opportunity, because then I feel like that opportunity is under a false pretense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want people to work with me knowing who I am,
Yeah.
where I'm from, and you accepted me as that person,
Yeah.
rather than you think I'm this person, and that's the only reason you're gonna work with me.
True. Have you ever had moments where you've just completely flopped and had to start again?
Yeah, I think a lot of times that's happened with music, our music career. People are giving their opinions and saying, I think you should make music like this, or I think you should do that. We've had those moments where we've tried and done that, and it's just like, this has not worked. And then, you know, the time where it actually did work is when we said, forget that, we're gonna do what we want and what we believe is right. And that's when we just didn't conform to no one. And yeah, that was like the birth of like our first mixtape that actually charted, and Young Kings, and that was like when we made like Don't Waste My Time. And that was like our kind of, we're not
I was so young when that came out, by the way. I thought it was bad. Don't waste my time, no.
Yeah,
I
like,
had no
so they,
option.
imagine in a time where everything was like commercial pop,
Yeah.
and us making Don't Waste My Time at that time was like, you know, there was no vision for it. Like, radio wasn't gonna play it, no one was gonna support it. So we just done it, and then it got so big with the people, they had to support it. And it made us, you know, realize that, yeah, you can fail 100 times before you get to that point where you know what I'm saying? And all you need is that one win, and you're on your way, do you get me? So,
Yeah.
never give up.
Never give up in a song, period. How do you use your voice to help others? Like, besides your music?
I feel like I try to use more of my actions.
Yeah, I see that as well.
Do you get me? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to do things that's so against the grain or norm, and make people think like, rah, he can do that, I can do that then. Do you know what I mean? Like, at first it was like, that man did a restaurant. Like, that's so random, isn't it?
The name threw everyone off,
Yeah,
first
it's
of
like,
all.
it's like, rah, like, man, them actually did a restaurant. Like, these men are from the ends. These are from this, from that. Like, and we did. I've got so much friends in jail that would see us on TV and be like, bro, you inspire me. You just make me want to come out and do good things and do positive things. But yeah, you can do anything. Like, there's nothing that I don't feel like anybody can't do. Do you get me?
This has been such an amazing conversation.
It has, man.
You've taught me a lot, and you know you're one of the people that inspire me the most. So it's been a pleasure to have you.
No, you know I love you a long time.
Yeah,
You get
I
me?
love you a long
Nah,
time, you
G.
understand? All right, guys, so this has been JBL's Orange Box. I've had an amazing time shooting this series, but if you guys want to see more, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to stay tuned.